Hi, it's Eng Sivyang, the CEO and founder of TMS Tax Accounting and Financial Services Firm. Welcome to my part 2 video. If you haven't watched my part 1, could you please watch that first and then continue with this one? So back to 26 years ago, my biggest challenge that I have when I looking for my first job was that yes, I was lack of experience, but it's not just that. I actually make 3 worst mistakes that I should have avoided. Because I have to put this video together, I actually have to think back 26 years ago, what was the reason that I could not get a job? And I actually came to these 3 mistakes that I make. And I want you to listen carefully and I want you to avoid it. I mean, if you can avoid these mistakes, you can actually fast track your career more faster than me. You don't need to take 26 years to get to where I am today. I mean, it's just too slow, 26 years. That is a long time. I mean, this is the reason I put this video together, is actually to show you the fast way that you can actually fast track your career. So what was my mistake? Well, mistake number 1 was that I was lack of focus. Because at that time, I did not know what type of accounting job that I should look for. And I just thought, accounting is accounting. Accounting should be all the same. So I just sort of applied for everything that I can see from the newspaper, that if they put like job vacancy, and I just apply, which is wrong. I mean, I should have find out that what sort of things that I really like to do and want to work with. So let me just explain to you, okay? I mean, by the way, I like to congratulate you because you actually choose the right career, because accounting is actually a very high demand area, because it doesn't matter which business and what industry or what individual or business, they all need accountants. So accounting plays such an important role in business. And for every business, they needs to know where their financial position is before, so then they can actually improve or grow their business. So accounting is actually very, very important. So you actually picked the right career, and I like to congratulate you with that. And accounting is fun. But let me explain to you. There's 2 sectors. Actually 3 sectors. One is private. One is private, which is commercial, and then there's another sector is public accounting, like that's where I am in, like people servicing the as an accountant for general public. And then there's another section is for government. But for this presentation, I'm just going to show you the difference between the 2, like between the commercial and also the public accounting firm, public accounting industry. Okay, in the commercial firm, normally you only work for one industry, either in a private company or public company. And normally, if you just graduate from uni or you don't really have much experience, and so the job that normally available is like at the lower level, which is you can actually work as accounts receivable, that is helping the firms to collect money, and then all accounts payable is to pay the bill, or payroll is to do the wages. So it's pretty sort of basic and simple work that you can actually apply for. And then after that, you can actually move yourself up to become an assistant accountant, and that's sort of involved with helping to prepare the monthly financial accounts, like monthly management accounts. And then you move yourself for a few years, move up to senior accountant, and then you can become a financial controller, and then a CFO. So in a commercial firm, normally you sort of specializing in just one industry, and the work that you do is very repeatable, like repetitive. What I mean is that you just sort of like, if you have to do monthly account, you sort of every month is the same thing over and over again, and you only work in one industry, one commercial firm. On the other hand, if you actually work in a public accounting firm, then this one is actually you are sort of acting as an external accountant for a lot of business different industry. So in the industry, you can actually separate into, like, you can service the service industry. Service industry is like people like doctors, dentists, real estate agent, or professional people, contractors, and all that. So you can actually help them with their financial accounts and tax returns. What I'm talking here is actually if you actually work in the business service to become a business service accountant, and that's basically what I actually specializing in. Or you can also, if you like audit, you can also work in the audit section to become an auditor. Or you can actually work in the business growth to become a business growth specialist. This is basically for people that enjoy marketing. Like, you actually help the clients to grow their turnover, grow their sales, and make their how to actually make their business more profitable. So this is a very interesting area as well, and I like this area as well. And also, if you like tax, you can become a tax specialist. Or Self-Made Super Fund, you can, that's what I specializing in as well, because Self-Made Super Fund, there's a lot of benefit in there that, if you're age over 60, then anything that you earn in the Self-Made Super Fund, in the Super Fund, then it's going to become tax-free. So this area is a very, very popular area, and it's actually high demand as well, and a lot of firms is actually looking for Self-Made Super Fund specialists. And if you don't actually have this sort of license, then you can't really advise people in the Self-Made Super Fund area, because Australia is a very highly regulated country, and anything that you want to advise people on, you must have license first. And that's one of the reasons that I actually end up getting a lot of qualifications and accreditations and licenses, because if I don't have that, then I can't give advice to client, and then if I then I can't charge them the fees, and I can't make money. So when you actually in the public accounting area, you actually can end up specializing in different areas, and so it gives you a very a lot of choices there. Or you can also work in the to become a financial planner. This is in the financial planning is basically helping the client to make smart choice of their money, help them to get their whole financial house in order. And it's talking about all the future things, like the client comes to you, they have a goals, they have their dreams, and then what you do is that you actually help them to plan it out to help them to achieve their goal. And this is the area that I really like it as well, of financial planning, because it's talking about all the future stuff, and I love planning. And so basically you really have to find out that what are you really interested, what are you really passionate about, what you really like. Then you can actually focus on that area and try to get a job in that area. This is very, very important, because your first job is very, very important, because a lot of people, for example, my girlfriend, she started in the audit section. She start doing a lot of auditings and all that, and she told me that she doesn't really like it, and she wants to move to business service section. But because of her experience, every time, like when she actually tried to look for the next job, they always sort of ask her what sort of experience that you have before, and if they actually find out that she got experience in auditing, normally they will actually put her back to that same position again. So the first job is actually very important. So that's why I'm just going to share with you that if you don't know where you should start, I'm just going to give you some recommendations. So if you don't know what sort of accounting job that you should look for and where you should start, I would like to recommend you that the best way to actually get started is in a public accounting firm. And let me explain to you why. Why you should start your career in a public accounting firm. Because it actually can give you lots of experience. Like, it gives you lots of experience and also choices. Because you are dealing with public and you are servicing different industry, you are acting like an external accountant for so many different business and industry. So you get to do so much different kind of work, and you can apply your entire accounting knowledge that you actually learn from uni into this area, because you actually have to deal with all different industry, different people, and different problem, different issues. So you actually get to apply, everything that you actually learn in uni into this area. And then what happens is that you can actually work in this area for a few years, and then you will actually find out that exactly like what you actually really like, and you can actually specializing in that area. And also at the moment, to become a business service accountant is actually very popular, because there's a lot of business actually need help, because you know how Australia have this GST, and so what happened is that all the business people every quarter or every month they have to lodge their business activity statements, and some people don't know how to do it, so they need accountant to help them. Some people can do it, but they don't have the time. So they actually, doesn't matter which industry, which business, they all need accountants. So there's a huge demand for business service accountant. And there are 1.6 million businesses in Australia. So I mean, everybody actually needs accountant. So if you actually start your career in this area, then it's very easy for you to actually find a job. Not only that, like if you actually learn all the skills how to do all this work, which is I'm going to sort of share with you a little bit later on how you can actually have that opportunity, you actually can pick whichever firm that you want to work with, and the money is really good as well. Okay, so what is business service accountants? Well, basically, business service accountant is actually you're dealing directly with client. So you sort of have that, if the client has problem, they will call you, and you actually get to interview the client. You get to collect the information from them, and then you help them to prepare their GST return, which is called business activity statement returns, and then the installment activity statements. And you also, if they actually hire an employee and they have to pay wages, then you actually help them to prepare the PAYG payment summary. And at the end of the year, then you help them to prepare the financial statements and then do the income tax returns for the business and also for the individual as well. And it's all different entities, like people set up all different industries so that they can actually, one is for assets protections and all that. So you actually get to do for all different entities, like you got sole trader, partnership, company, trust, superannuation fund. And then you also help them with if they have a company, then every year the company have these annual returns or ASIC forms, or if they're changing directors or changing secretary, you help them to fill the forms and lodge the forms, and also liaise with the ATO as well. So it's a very, very high demand area, and I'm going to show it to you in a minute, and I'm going to go into the internet and then I'll show you, okay?